All right, next up then we have West Ham versus Tottenham. It promises to be a pretty good game. Rob, starting with you here, we talked a little bit about West Ham's collapse against Newcastle. I feel like a lot of blame is going Calvin Phillips' way. Came on, they conceded 3 goals, gave away the penalty. I do think the penalty was a bit of a joke. Um, yeah, he's having a tired time. I don't think anyone's had a worse loan spell than he's had. And you do kind of feel bad for him at the same time. We've seen supporters by the team bus giving him abuse, and he, reacted, sticking his finger up and stuff, whatever. But yeah, it just seems like he's done more harm than good over the last couple of weeks. But that's kind of to be expected, given he hasn't played in so long.
He hasn't played it so long. It was a strange transfer strange loan for West Ham to bring. Because their midfield was perfectly fine before he came in.
Yeah.
The Suchek and Ward-Prowse in brilliant form, and they brought in
It's an Alvarez.
It's an Alvarez as well. Like, so they brought in Calvin Phillips, and they tried to force him into a team where there was no need to, and it didn't work out. So now he's coming out for spells of games, and it's just not working out as well. Now, awkward enough because he came on against Newcastle at home, which they'll just turn on the pressure like so quickly.
Yeah.
So awkward enough. I personally think it was a penalty. I think it was just a bit foolish from Calvin Phillips to such a big swing on it, where any touch on the attacking player, they're going to go down in the box. I've seen them giving them for my own team, seen them giving away by my own team, and both instances are thinking, yeah, it's a penalty. It's just when you see that happen, when they go to clear the ball not looking, and they take out the other player thinking, yeah, it's a penalty. Regardless of being meant there or not, I know it's not a tackle. He still just can't clear them out. But yeah,
he's also very experienced as well.
Yeah, fuck him. I have no sympathy for him either. At the same time, will they show this in this Calvin Phillips documentary season 2? Probably not.
Probably not. No. Johnny, moving on to Spurs real quickly now. We've seen them win 2-1 against a pretty dogged Luton team. It was a very good game actually. I was watching that game. It was a pretty good game. Yeah, Spurs, obviously, they suffered a 3-0 loss against Fulham before the international break. They had to sit on it for a while. And even their performance, it was a good game, but their performance wasn't the best. Obviously, they're still in the hunt for top 4, in 3 points behind Villa. They do have a game in hand as well. So, they're pretty much on the push for this top 4 European spot.
Yeah, I think it's a strange one, really, but once again, I would fancy them just to pit Villa, just due to surely Villa are the legs are maybe gonna go on them. That's kind of what it looks like for Spurs. But once again, it's a sprint now. It's 9 games, and also with that 3-point push, 3-point cushion. I'm not sure what Spurs' running is like, so I won't. Do you have it there? No.
Well, it's not. It's okay.
They play the 3 top teams.
They have Newcastle, City, Arsenal, and Liverpool all to play, but then they end up with Burnley and Sheffield the last 2 games. So,
so
they're going to affect
the
title race big time because they have those 3 teams in a row. Well, the City game still needs to be rescheduled, but they play the top 3 boys, and that's going to impact what happens at the top of the table. But,
yeah, so it definitely will. So I would, but still, they still have guys who are just back from injury and stuff, and it will click. I think teams are rating Spurs up when they started the season. They started fantastically, and I know they've had injuries, but I'm not sure if that was truly their level or it's just that was the new manager and just getting to there. I'm not sure they were ever really going to be able to hold that level, and we've seen that through the rest of the season. They've never got back to it. They've just been good enough to get to where they are, and it's not to knock from them. I mean, they still have had a decent season compared to where they were last season.
Yeah,
but they're just very, very lucky that who's chasing them, like United. No chase. There's no Chelsea, Brighton.
There's no pressure on them.
There's no pressure. So maybe that's what's working against them. Maybe if they had someone else breathing down their neck, you're like, geez, we got to go. But the fact you're chasing down Villa, as no disrespect to Villa, they're not a team you are great. You probably think, oh, we catch them. There's no history there.
Yeah.
There's nothing to say. There's nothing to say that you can't catch us in Villa, we'd say. And Spurs probably thinking, we probably have more pedigree than them. We could probably catch them. So they're probably suffering from, well, there's no one coming behind us. It's only Villa ahead of us. We could probably catch them. We've got 9 games to do it with a game in hand to do it. So they're probably thinking, we'll get there. Rather than, geez, we got to pull the socks up because whatever, Man United bring down our necks, we got to go. They don't have that pressure. So and they're just kind of going through the phases. And they still won, and there's not to be said for winning when playing poorly because you
Yeah.
can't blow every team away.
Prediction, so Johnny.
Spurs 2-0.
Rob?
I think 2-2.
I think probably Spurs 2-1. I think they'll snatch it, yeah.